Not just one story, of course. He tried 4 different stories with the police before they took his bait. And what easy bait it was. Bitter estranged wife kills husband. Nice easy case for the police to tie up. In fact, they thought it was so simple, they didn't bother to do even the most basic police work. Fingerprint the gun? The murder weapon? No need. We've already decided we know who did it. Fingerprint Hudson's car? The car that looks suspiciously similar to the car that the witness described seeing? No need. The wife did it. Question why a wife would steal a watch off of her dead husband's body? No need. Question why a wife would steal her husband's wallet and empty it of cash and credit cards? No need. Run a credit report to see if anyone had used those stolen credit cards? Nope. If the wife did it, our work here is done and we don't need to look any further. Question how a woman who had never held a gun managed with one shot to kill a man from more than 4 feet away? No need. Question why the neighbor's story of a man jumping into a waiting car, a car she certainly didn't recognize as Ashley Samuel's car, was so different from the story that Cameron Hudson told? No need. If Cameron Hudson said that Ashley Samuels killed her husband, that was good enough for the police. Question Hudson's ridiculous story of Robert Samuels laughing in the face of a masked gunman at his front door? No need. So long as the wife did it, the police didn't need to question any further. All the police have here is a sweatshirt, a hat, and a convicted felon's word. But that was good enough for them to consider this case closed. Fingerprinting the gun would have been nice, wouldn't it? No testimony that the shooter was wearing gloves, was there? But no, the police wanted this case closed, and so they closed it. But I trust that you, the jury, won't make the same mistake that the police made. You'll examine all of the evidence, as is your duty to do, and you'll ask those questions that the police didn't ask. How reasonable is Cameron Hudson's story? Is there doubt? And of course, there will be doubt. Lots of doubt. Ashley Samuels was at the Cabo Cantina on the night of the murder. Patty Smith told you that. Patty Smith remembers because it was her birthday. The neighbor, Dr. Renner, saw something very different than what Cameron Hudson claims. And Dr. Renner certainly has no motivation to lie. But Cameron Hudson has motivation to lie. He killed his lover's husband for misguided love and for money, and he did it in cold blood. He stole the man's watch. He went out spending the murdered man's money at the Cabo Cantina days after the murder. He was drinking heavily, partying it up, celebrating his success. But when he encountered the police on one of these drunken nights, he drunkenly let slip that he had information about the Wonderland murder. And when he sobered up, he started calculating. How could he mitigate the damage of his ill-timed words? So he made up a story. And then a second story, and then a third story, and finally the fourth story, the story that brings us here today. And you'll find, with the evidence before you, that that story is as unbelievable as the first 3 were. And because you have doubts, reasonable doubts, lots of them, you'll have no choice but to find Ashley Samuels not guilty.
Rebuttal?